And on this Friday Eve, we're talking about Thursday here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today is July 27th, and I want to talk to you guys about tell me something good. No, we're not talking about Shaka Khan. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about the good news. And let's turn over to Romans chapter 10, verses 14 through 15. And what it says is, but how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him? And how? Okay, we're back. Okay, so where do we stop? But how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him? And how can they believe in him if they've never heard of him? And how can they hear about him unless someone tells them? And how will anyone go and tell them without being sent? So my question to you is, can you tell me something good? You know, oftentimes I've heard people say, the Lord ain't done nothing for me. God hasn't done anything for me. Well, let me tell you, if you can see this message this morning, that means God woke you up clothed in your right mind with a reasonable portion of health. You better hit the ground and say, thank you, Lord, because not everybody was given the gift of today. Not everybody had the gift of the present. So guess what? Say thank you, Lord. And what is this good news, Jen, that you're talking about? The good news is that salvation is available to everyone, regardless of their heritage, their background, economic status, criminal record, current behavior, current affliction. We are all saved by unmerited grace and favor from God. So you need to go ahead and tell somebody. Now, that doesn't mean you got to get all deep and wonderful and super spiritual in this. No, man, as you're going through, if you're sitting there working on a car with your homeboy, be like, man, let me tell you, that was nothing but God that brought me through. You know what? If you're having lunch with your girlfriend or Starbucks with your girlfriend, just be like, man, acknowledge what God has done and where God has brought you from. It doesn't take much. You don't have to preach a sermon. You can actually have a conversation with a friend sharing that good news, because your life might be the only Bible they have the opportunity to read. And you might be amazed at how many people have not even opened a Bible, even though it is the best-selling book of all times. Even now, every year, it is the best-selling book of all times. Many people they may have seen it, they may have heard it, but they've never opened it. They don't know what it looks like. They don't know what that good news is. So go ahead and share the good news with someone else. And so my question to you today is, can you tell me something good? Anyway, I'm going to go to work. I have a really important meeting this morning. Before work, I asked for your prayer. I solicit your prayers in this, that God's favor be upon me, and whatever his will is, I'm okay with that either way. You guys have a fantastic day. Be blessed.